Hey guys, it's Apostle Michelle. I wanted to, on this Sunday, I wanted to just share a little message with you guys. Something I was just thinking about listening to this guy. I'm not sure if he's a billionaire or a billionaire, but he was talking about what would Jesus do. And I don't know if he's a Christian, but he was talking about how the Christians, how they focus on what would Jesus do when it comes to their life. And so something I wanted to talk to you guys about today about who do you want to be? Like, what type of person do you want to be? What type of character do you want to have? What type of legacy, I guess, you want to leave? Who do you want to be? And so when he was talking about, what would Jesus do? And I do have a video about how to see change. Like, it was a revelation that the Lord actually gave me. He told me about how we can actually see change in our life. And so I have a video about that. But I was thinking about him saying that, and it goes with what the Lord actually has said in that video, is that the more, if you want to change, if you have this person that you want to be, if you want to be more like Jesus, what would Jesus do? If you want to be more like Jesus, what the Lord was saying is that the more we do, the more we change. That's what he said. He said, the more we do, the more we change. And so, like I said, I have a video about that, but I was thinking about that last night, that's exactly what the Lord said. And so the saying and things that we have that we say, what would Jesus do? And that kind of gets us into the mindset, okay, what would Jesus do in this situation? Would Jesus do this? Would he love the person? What would he do? And so that gets us into the mindset of doing what Jesus would do in a situation, okay? But the more we do those same things that we feel like Jesus would do, if Jesus would go out and love the people, and the more we do those specific things, and then the Lord said the more we start changing in becoming that. So the more you go out here and love your enemies, then you actually start becoming a person who loves their enemies. Okay, it's not something you have to try to force yourself to do. Like, okay, I'm going against the grain here. This is not my character. I normally don't love people that don't love me, or I avoid them, or, I don't want to talk to them. Maybe that's what you normally do now, but you want to be that person that actually loves your enemies. You want to actually walk in that Bible verse. You want that to be you. Okay? You don't want to be fake trying to do it. You want that to be who you are. So the Lord said the more we do anything, whether it's sin or something good or something holy, the more we do it over and over and over and over again, then we start changing to become that. The more we do a specific sin, like we know, the more we start getting upset and angry, all of a sudden we start having an anger problem, and then all of a sudden we start having rage issues. We pass it down to our kids. Our kids become violent and have temper issues, and then our grandkids, it just keeps going because of one generation. They just started doing it, and they started doing it over and over again until it was like dominant. But also the same thing with good. The more you do something good, the more you start becoming that type of person. And so, you guys, I wanted to talk to you guys today, since it's Sunday, and ask you the question: who do you want to be? What type of person do you want to be? What type of character do you want to have? Write those things down. Like, I'll just give you an example. Like with me, you guys, I share a lot that I want to love more. Like, I want to be love. I don't know if I can actually be love because God is love, but I want to love more. I want that to be a dominant thing in me. And not just love people who love me, but I do want to be that type of person that love my enemies, love people that don't want me, love people that don't love me. And that's the type of person I want to be. So think about you. What do you want to be? What type of person do you want to be? Do you have issues with running away from situations? Do you have issues with feeling overwhelmed a lot? Do you have issues with giving up, really easily? Do you have issues with trusting people? Do you have issues with budgeting money? Do you spend a lot? Do you have issues with recognizing the enemy? Like a lot of times, we can't recognize the enemy in our lives. The enemy can be attacking us through people or attacking us with our thoughts, and we think on those thoughts for 24 hours before we recognize, oh man, that was the enemy putting those thoughts in my mind. What do you want to change? What do you want to be? Do you want to be able to recognize the enemy? Do you want to be able to love people who are mean to you? Have you been in failed marriages? Have you did something in those marriages? Maybe you wasn't the best husband, or maybe you wasn't the best wife, or maybe you wasn't the best parent, and you want to be a better parent, you want to be a better husband, you want to be a better wife. Make that your focus. Write that down. I want to be a better husband. I want to be a better wife. I want to be a better parent. Okay, so what does a better parent or a better husband, what does that mean? Does that mean sitting down, listening to your partner, try to, understand where they're coming from, not judging them, trying to still encourage them? What does that look like? What does a better wife, husband, or parent looks like? Write down that. What do you actually want to be when you look in the mirror? Write down those things, and then start doing those things over and over and over and over again. Because like I said, the Lord says the more we do things, the more we change. Okay, so if you have that good thing written down, that's who you want to be, you want to love, you want to listen to your partner, you want to listen to your kids, you want to try to understand where your kids is coming from, even though they're like different, whatever it is,